Canada's pushback against the United States over the F-35 program didn't begin with politics or rivalry. It started with a practical question: what kind of air fleet will actually serve Canada? For the next several decades, Ottawa wants aircraft that are reliable, affordable to operate, easy to maintain, and fully under Canadian control. Modern air power isn't only about speed or stealth. It's about working with partners who offer open systems, predictable costs, and technology Canada can depend on without being tied to someone else's approval. And that is where the friction begins. The American F-35 program has spent years fighting delays, rising costs, and supply chain issues that affect every country flying it, including the United States. Canada cannot support an aircraft that spends more time grounded waiting for parts than flying missions. So this debate isn't about choosing the US or choosing someone else. It's about choosing a future that strengthens national defense and protects the country's economy. For Canada, the numbers were simple. The country couldn't justify buying a fighter jet that often needs to wait long periods for replacement parts. After a decade of discussions, the plan seemed straightforward: retire the old jets and replace them with modern stealth fighters. Ottawa even committed to purchasing 88 F-35s, expecting a strong defense capability and better integration with allies. But as time passed, those promises started to fade. A major turning point came when the Office of the Auditor General of Canada released its 2025 review. The report showed the project cost had jumped almost 50% from earlier estimates. The original price tag was around 19 billion Canadian dollars. By 2025, the cost had already risen beyond 27.7 billion, and the trend pointed even higher. That jump created serious budget uncertainty, and with it came another problem. Canada didn't have finished hangars, updated base infrastructure, maintenance facilities, pilot training systems, or secure supply lines ready for the new jets. All of these were supposed to be available long before the aircraft arrived. The F-35 isn't just a fighter jet. It's an entire system that requires constant upgrades, specialized facilities, new security requirements, and highly trained personnel. Rebuilding bases, installing new equipment, and preparing new maintenance operations all add to the total cost. Yet as of now, two of the most important bases, Cold Lake and Bagotville, are still behind schedule. Even in the best-case scenario, their hangars won't be ready until 2031. And even if Canada had the infrastructure finished, another issue remained: performance troubles. F-35 fleets across the world have been dealing with complex maintenance demands, expensive spare parts, and low readiness rates. A 2025 research report warned that Canada could struggle to keep enough aircraft ready for missions at any given time. Maintenance delays, limited spare parts, and grounded jets reduced the aircraft's ability to operate as a true stealth platform. Then comes the shortage of pilots. Canada does not currently have enough trained aviators to fly, maintain, and deploy a fleet of 88 advanced fighters. The 2025 audit confirmed that pilot recruitment and training programs had fallen behind, even while project costs kept rising. This means that even after the jets arrive, many could sit idle simply because there aren't enough people to operate them. Behind all of these issues lies a deeper challenge: dependence. Even though Canada would own the F-35s, the technology, components, software, and critical upgrades are still controlled by the United States. Most spare parts must be imported through foreign supply chains. Software updates require American approval. Several core systems remain locked and cannot be repaired or modified without external authorization. For a country with Canada's size, shifting geopolitical landscape, and major Arctic responsibilities, this level of dependency is a strategic risk. Ottawa needs aircraft it can manage without waiting for someone else's decision. Operating F-35s is also expensive. Stealth jets demand constant radar maintenance, costly security upgrades, and expensive weapons. Flight hour costs are much higher than older aircraft. In a country trying to balance defense needs with healthcare, infrastructure, and long-term economic planning, unpredictable costs make the program increasingly difficult to defend. Recognizing this, the newly elected government ordered a full review. The findings were hard to ignore: growing expenses, long delays, unclear maintenance timelines, not enough pilots, and heavy dependence on foreign supply systems. Slowly, it became clear that the original plan for modernization no longer matched Canada's reality. With the future of national defense on the line, Canada began looking at alternatives. Lighter fighters like the Saab Gripen E suddenly became attractive. These jets are less expensive, designed for easy maintenance, and built using modular systems that allow parts to be manufactured or repaired locally. They can be integrated with supply chains from the US or UK, but without creating the same level of dependency. Other options also promise jobs for Canadians, access to technology, and a defense system the country can manage on its own. For Canada, independence is becoming more valuable than the shine of stealth technology. This debate is not just about money or aircraft performance. It's also about sovereignty. Does Canada want a defensive posture it fully owns, or one tied to foreign approval, foreign timelines, and foreign supply chains? In security terms, self-reliance is not optional. It's essential. Stealth jets attract attention, but even the most advanced fighter needs something simple: a runway with working hangars, trained crews, available spare parts, and reliable maintenance. If any link in that chain breaks, the aircraft becomes an expensive object sitting on the ground. Canada's harsh climate, huge land area, and ongoing Arctic challenges make downtime especially dangerous. As costs climb higher, the idea of accepting those risks becomes less acceptable. Across the global defense market, reliability often matters more than hype. Older aircraft and modular fighters remain popular because they deliver steady performance without consuming full military budgets. The F-35 may be capable of top-level performance, but it demands the same level of commitment. For countries with limited threats, large territories, or financial caution, the trade-off may not be worthwhile. Increasingly, Canada appears to fall into that category. Its borders face no major air threats. What it truly needs are dependable patrols, Arctic monitoring, and rapid response capability. For these missions, simpler aircraft that cost less to maintain often make more sense than advanced stealth jets. Because of the rising frustrations with the program, many Canadians are losing confidence in the F-35 decision. The ongoing delays and cost overruns make long-term defense planning harder. What once seemed like a guaranteed upgrade now feels like a growing burden. This is why the idea of reducing or delaying F-35 purchases is gaining support in political and defense circles. Of course, switching pots comes with challenges. A mixed fleet complicates training and logistics. Changing jets mid-production affects diplomatic relations and contracts. Allies may react negatively, but sometimes corrections are necessary when the foundation begins to crack. Canada now stands between two choices: relying on a system built outside its borders, or building one under its own control. The F-35 once looked like a step forward. Today, for many people, it feels like a heavy chain holding Canada back. In the end, Canada's hesitation is built on simple facts. The rising costs, growing risks, and the need for long-term independence are too important to ignore. The debate is not about emotion. It's about what will keep the country secure in the decades ahead.